Hi, I'd like to introduce myself and one of my books. My name is Alan Buffrey, an author, interested in ancient Egypt, also a human rights campaigner. I live in Norfolk in the UK. I'm now 76 years old. My first book, published in 1997, was called From Dr. Cleopatra, A Concise History of Ancient Egypt. It's 225 pages long. We've got tables of the pharaohs, tables of the tombs, and the section on the Great Pyramid itself. When I first went to Egypt in 1989 and 1990, I became fascinated by it. The modern Egypt and the ancient Egypt. So much so that I decided to make tables of the facts about Egypt, find some old stories that they used to tell in Egypt, some myths about Egypt and my opinions which I wanted to express about the classical age of the Great Pyramid and how I doubt it, and the Sphinx and how I doubt the age. They say 2,500 years. I think it's a lot older. So I decided to write this book and try to put it in an easy to read way. In 2026, I republished it in a larger print, new format, new cover. I'd like to read you a couple of readers' comments after the publication of the first book. David Wells from the USA. Your book contains such a wealth of information, valuable to anyone travelling to Egypt, or an interest in the history, or even a student wishing to delve into it further, with useful tables and dates, whilst making it clear that so much remains unknown or uncertain. The pages about travelling to the sites, monuments and tombs are of particular use, and themselves now part of the history of tourism. I thoroughly enjoyed your easy-to-read style and recommend it to anyone. Tim from Norwich, UK. Alan, thank you very much for your book From Dr. Cleopatra. It arrived in perfect condition and it got more than I expected. The graphics and tables are amazing. History and explanations absorbing and fascinating already. Thanks again, Alan, and for a little extra. Nice. Walk like an Egyptian, my friend. Dr. Anne Biazanak from Liverpool wrote, I was never very interested in ancient Egypt until I read From Dr. Cleopatra. Now I am fascinated by it. Jane, housewife from Norwich, UK. Knowing Alan personally, I decided to read his book. I'm not a great reader, but this was easy going. Every time I put it down, I had to pick it up again until I finished it. Now I will read it again. Alan writes as he talks. His humour is always there. The Reverend Robin and the Reverend Adrian Scott from the UK, we both thoroughly enjoyed From Dr. Cleopatra. John Adam, a web designer and architect's draftsman from Norfolk. I can hardly believe how well you managed to include so much information on such a huge subject in such a small book, in such a readable and presentable fashion. Richard Barnes, author and publisher. I can tell you this guy has certainly got what it takes to tackle this subject. Sure, it's a playful text, but then so is Bastet. Winston Matthews, R.I.P., from Surrey, a great and easy read that made me want to go to Egypt. So I hope that inspires you to read my book. You can buy it on Amazon, it's also on Kindle, and it's worth taking to Egypt and using as a guide as well as a source of information. And hopefully you'll feel as I do about Egypt, and you'll fall in love with both modern and ancient Egypt. So thank you very much. Bye bye.